All right. Hello, guys and gals, beautiful people. What is good today? All right. So great to have you. Thank you so much for stopping by, lurkers and twerkers, and you beautiful sandwich making workers. Let's go. All right. It is great to be back. Okay. Let us get into this and we shall continue. Does it sound like a good idea? Does it sound like a great idea? Yes, it does. Okay. Now I'm going to refocus. Where were we? Let's see. Where were we? Let's see. Oh, is it here? Is it here? Where is it? Where is that? Is it here? Here. It's right here. Yes, it's here and here and right here. That's not it. Here it is. That was my thinking, what are we doing today music. Let's go. Okay. Bring this up. And I think maybe what we'll do next, we've attributes. That's the word. Attributes. Properties, attributes. Yesterday I was kind of joking around about a human, using a human species as an example. So yeah, properties of an object would be attributes. And that's what these are in here. We've used the size 1280 by 800. We've given it a title name. Let's quickly build it. We should be golden, but it's fun to run it. There we go. We're going to give it a background. Sorry, guys and gals. I don't mean to get you all seasick and dizzy. Whoa. We are going to add a color. We're going to do some things. Let's do some things. Now, as a heads up, I do have a GitHub. By all means, guys and gals, Winforms can be fun. Once we get into it and start doing things, it's going to be exciting. Once you start doing it yourself, you're going to be excited as well because it's fun. You're creating, right? If you like to create and make things, this is for you, right? And again, the world is your oyster. Now, one thing I should quickly check here, just one sec. The world is your oyster in regards to creating, right? It's whatever your beautiful, intelligent mind comes up with. You have ideas, right? Let's go. Check the stream. Creating, right? All right, we're good. Perfect. I must check that. I didn't see if my mic was okay in OBS, but I do that just to make sure we're good. And we are. Okay, so let's get to creating, but we're gonna need a library. Let's create a library of things that we could use. I have my own custom library, if you will. Information, again, I've spent the time doing this, typing it all. I put in the work for you guys and gals. Again, let me know in comments in the video. Obviously, you'll, just as a heads up, we're obviously live right now on Twitch. I do upload my videos to my coding channel on YouTube. It's called Bologna&Weiners Coding. Let's go. So if there's any information that I'm missing or any questions you have, please feel free to comment on YouTube. I will have a GitHub link somewhere in the description or whatever portion of each video. And what I'm trying to get at here is the information I'm about to share with you. Well, it's going to be a bit of information. It's a lot of typing. Okay, so I'm going to be kind and nice and share it with you, and you can get it directly from GitHub. Let's go. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so core, under core, we're going to add some color controls. Okay. Right click on core, add new item. What we're doing here is we're adding a class. Hopefully you have some coding understanding. Again, C# is going to be the language you're going to want to learn. Just to save myself time, I'm going to kind of copy and paste the title back and forth. So I call it Color Controls LT, and it's a .cs. C#. I don't know why I always think that, but it's a class, right? CS, I just think C#, but it's a class extension. Okay, we're adding a class. Click Add. And there we go. Boom shakalaka. There it is. Now here's all the information. I have a shortened version and a long version of this. All right. And I'm going to copy and paste it because if I typed it, it would be literally 2 hours. And I'm pretty sure you don't... What did I just do? How did I do that? Okay, never mind. Hold up. Let's do this, and let's do this, and this. I don't know, I clicked something and opened up something else that I need right now. And yeah, I think I have to copy. Well, it's in, yes. Just double checking to make sure I highlight and copy the proper information. And here we go. Boom. There we go, guys and gals. There it is. Okay, this is what will be on GitHub. Again, I'm copying and pasting, and I'm sure you'll be grateful for that because there is a lot of typing going on here. And this is a class I created for colors. For anything, any of your objects that you're using in Winforms, whether for buttons or controls or backgrounds, foregrounds, you name it. Okay. Again, this is all my code, my own personal code I'm sharing. Okay, and you have to set it up with RGB values. Trust me, guys and gals, I've spent a lot of time going back and forth between hex and RGB and converting back and forth these values for you. Okay, So that's one of my libraries. Now, we don't need all this, so I can clean it up. Anything that's kind of ghosted is essentially it's not being used, so it's unnecessary. Okay, make sure you save, and there we go. We have now a color controls. LT is kind of my I think I was my light theme, because you can have a light theme and a dark theme as well. And there you have it. It's right here. Anytime you want to view it or see it again, so I could close it, make sure you click close or Control W, probably the best. Sometimes if you're working quickly, you may click close all tabs by accident. Yeah, and then you're struggling try to reopen things, and it could be a little bit of a workaround trying to find what you click to open things again. All right, so as a tip, Control W, make sure you have it highlighted, Control W, and there you go. Now if you want to open something again, guys and gals, it's as simple as going to your core folder. Again, this will be stored on in your file explorer as well. If you want to know where it is, just wherever you're saving your project on your C drive. Now I don't know what your folder names are and such. Again, remember no spaces, and just go to the location where you save your projects and go into the project itself. You'll see. All right, so just double click this. You have to click this arrow, and it's this one here that you have to click. Double click to open. Okay, and you can edit and create your own. You can add some new ones, whatever you choose. Let's see. Now I'm going to bring up some information from the old interweb for you. We're kind of getting right into this, guys and gals. Just to get some things done, I'm going to try to do a couple of hours of videos for you today. Isn't that great? Okay, I'm looking for, let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it this way. It's easier to open things from my bookmarks manager. It's just so much quicker than trying to do pull downs. You can open links to the internet on your whichever browser you're using. You can go into your bookmarks history. It's called I'm using Chrome, so bookmarks, open bookmarks manager it is called, and I'm saving it in. I just want to share some information with you in regards to colors and themes and where am I getting all my information from. Again, I've pretty much put in all the time for you guys and gals. Hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Let's go. How's your day going, by the way? Beautiful. I love it. Okay, colors. Where are you, colors? Just trying to recall where I put it. I did some organizing last night. Tried to. Main support links. Yeah, here we go. So there's a bunch of websites. One of them is this. Open in new tab. And then I'll just share with you. It's called Color Meanings. I find it to be a good website for getting your RGB values and for different various colors. You're going to have your own personal favorite colors. You're going to want your own personal favorite theme for your your project, whatever project you're working on in Winforms. Okay, now typically what I do, I'll type something like RGB values, I don't know, for green, and then I'll type color meanings so that I actually kind of get the link. Let's see if I could do that. Okay, this should work. Now, somewhere, yes, in the link itself, and I'll just go like this, right? So that's what I typed, and then you'll see that here will be kind of a direct link, and this is a good one. So I'm going to open this, and there we have it. So they give you a nice little visual of all the different colors. Pick your favorite, and it has a nice long list. Okay, so you can literally go through all of them. You're given all your hex values, all your RGB values, and so on. Okay, you get the idea. There are some ads and advertising, of course, but they don't really push on you too much, so the website's not too bad. Okay, again, color-meanings.com. Like I said earlier, the easiest way to do it, if you want a specific color, just go RGB values for color meanings, and you should be golden. Okay, that's one source of information. Now I have more, but where are you? I called it colors, I believe. Program colors. I found it finally. Okay, program colors. Here's another one. Now, I've wanted to have like, it's called Computer Hope. It's a specific website, but I wanted to go with a Windows theme or Windows colors. So that's where I was getting this information from. Okay, and again, they have some nice visuals for you. Okay, and again, their hex values, if you will, you'll have to, it's easy to actually go, you take this hex value and just say hex value to RGB, something to that effect, in a search bar, and you'll be able to get the RGB values for it. Okay, again, I've put the time already to do that, and just giving you guys some tips and advice here. All right, what's this? Let's open this one. Here's another one, because sharing is caring. Hang on. Okay, of course I haven't opened these in a while. What is this again? I forget. Yeah, here we go. So 30 best color combinations for web design projects. So if you want, like, they're compatible. I'm trying to think of the word. It's kind of on the tip of my tongue. Complementary colors. Okay, and that's what you have here. All right, you can see, you can just simply type that up in your web link, and you'll be able to find it. Okay, and again, there's up to 30, and they even had hex values in there as well. And let's see if I can find the last one. I think it's this, and I'll try to finish up here. What is this here? This is not it. Is this it? And yes, here we go. Here's the last one I'll share with you. From learn.microsoft.com. Color value reference for Visual Studio. Okay. Again, these are the palettes and such for the Visual Studio design. Again, as like I said earlier, you can have a light theme, a dark theme, right? Anybody can change their backgrounds, right? You understand what I mean? You can have a light background. Some people prefer that. Others prefer a dark background, right? So you have those options. Okay, and then you can scroll through, and again, there's a lot of information there for you. They give you all the hex values, if you will. Okay, let's carry on. We shall must. That's some tips and advice for you. Let's do another. I have one called Native Methods. Let's see. Make sure the program knows exactly how to interpret the return type. I don't think this is really necessary. I mean, I'll add it in. I'll just show it to you guys and gals. Just inter OP services, interpolation, interpreting. Okay? Whether it's necessary or not, I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're just going to add it anyways, just to give you more practice. Again, you can add more things into core. It just depends on what you need. Again, there's a lot of information out there on the internet for you. Okay, let's add another new item. Okay, it's called Native Methods. Got the N. Oopsie doodles. Alright, and that's how you create your own class within Winforms. That's simple. Okay, so add it. It'll give you some generic information set up already for you. I'm going to copy and paste. Again, it's going to be on GitHub. Again, if I don't have it on GitHub, guys, like I said, if you're on YouTube watching, please drop a comment asking for it, and yeah, and then I'll get right on it. All right. Okay, let's do some cleanup of unnecessary information. There we go. Public static, extern bool, set foreground window, and Okay. Whoops. And there we go. Close. That's it for core for now. So that's a couple of examples. Again, the color controls I created myself. Close this. Now let's continue on with static controls. All right, here we go. We're going to get into controls now, guys, gals. So you can, if you don't know, you can actually, so I'll go to the form design, okay? And I haven't talked about this yet. We're going to get into this, but let me show you this. So on the left side here, if you remember yesterday, I was showing you can pin your properties. Hopefully you watched that video. And you get this nice right to left flyout. Okay? That's a nice thing. Again, that's up to you. If you want to have it pinned and you like doing that, by all means, you do that. It's your program. You're the creator. It's on your system. It's yours. So there's no right or wrong way. You go with what you like and prefer. Okay? I like to have mine there and ready all the time. That's just me. Okay? On the left side, you actually have the flyout for the toolbox. This is all your built-ins. Everything is all created for you. You can drag and drop. That's the nice thing about Winforms. You can literally just go from the left here, left click, hold, and drag and drop. And I'll show you. We can drag and drop a button. It's that easy. I love this so much. It couldn't get any more simpler. thirsty mouth. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete that, but there you go. Your toolbox has anything and everything you need. Check boxes, checklist boxes, group boxes, labels. Those are common. We're gonna do the most common things that people work with. Menu strip obviously would be something like this, right? Picture boxes are nice. Radio buttons. Radio button, if you're not sure, it's like that, right? You just click it and there'll be a dark circle in the center. That's a radio button. Again, they're useful. It just depends on the type of application you want to create and its use. You can have splitters, text boxes. We're going to do some of these, not all of them, but the most common controls, right? You also can do this. Instead of seeing all of them, you can click the little left arrow, down arrow, I guess, and then there you go. All the common ones have been brought up. As you can see, we're scrolling down. Well, why do all that? You can just hide this, and then all your most common ones are right there for you. Okay? So with that said, these are all the default ones, okay? Which, you know, the designers of Winforms gladly and nicely created for us, right? They're making our lives easy and simple too. Okay? Now, if you did not know, you can also create your own custom buttons, your own custom picture boxes, you name it. And there's some good websites or video YouTube channels or whatever out there as well that show you kind of how to do that custom stuff. Okay? Again, that's not really what I'm doing here because that's a video in itself, guys and gals, just to do like one button alone. Excuse me. Again, I'll do my best to make certain that the information is for you on GitHub. Okay? Please let me know if it isn't or is not. Okay, so let's start with our first button. These are going to be our static controls. Static means not moving. So I'm going to rename this because I'm a bit of a lazy typer. And again, it's not that I'm a lazy typer, I'm tired of whenever I type the, it's TEH. Whenever I type and, it's ADN. It drives me insane. I'm telling you. That's my pain. Again, I could spell, I could write grammatically correct sentences, but I don't know if it's my left hand, right hand is typing faster or whatever. My suggestion in life is don't cheat in typing. Don't cheat at typing. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Add new item. Class. This time we're in static controls. Okay, I have static controls highlighted. You would obviously type here. I'm just going to copy and paste. Button styles. Okay, these are going to be just the normal buttons. Okay. And here is, again, it's the same thing, guys and gals. I've put in the time and I've typed this all up already. And it's a video in itself, typing all this out and explaining it all. Okay. There we go. Okay. I could scroll through it with you if you wanted to pause and type it all up yourself. That's up to you. We're kind of creating and painting using paint and all that sort of stuff. Excuse me for creating our own custom button. Okay? Now, if you've done any XAML and such, XML or XAML, This isn't XAML, but you would have kind of an idea as well of what's going on here. Again, that's another video in itself. All right. Custom button number 1. So I'm going to close that. And there we go. They're in static controls. Now we have our own custom button. And I will drag and drop it so you can see it. Let's do some more. Flat buttons. I love flat buttons as well. Okay, we're going to use flat buttons. Highlight the folder, right click, add new item. It's going to be a class. And then I'm naming it flat button styles. Okay. Again, to speed things up, I'm copying and pasting my own code. And it is my own code. I'm kindly sharing with you. Okay, I'll clean this up. And this is my own custom flat button. Okay, again, I'll scroll through it. You can pause and type it up. Also, I'll do my best to make sure it's on GitHub. All right, there we go. Well, I'm actually drinking tea now, but for myself, I say my brain is always saying it wants to say coffee. I don't know, I've just been getting headaches and stuff from coffee. I think it's raising my blood pressure too much, so now I'm drinking tea. And yeah, good for the body. Let's go. How are we doing for time? Where's my uptime here again? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're not doing too bad. Now, I know I was having fun yesterday, guys and gals, and it was great. But we're trying to get, there's a bit of information to go through here, so trying to speed things up here. Thank you so much for your understanding. All right, let's do another. Interaction control. Yeah, interaction control. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to add in my own interaction control. Again, it's a class. There we go. Interaction control. And here's the code for that. There's not really a lot. There we go. Make sure you keep your namespace, okay? It's going to be your project name, and then it's going to be dot static controls. That's chaining. Whenever you see dot after dot after dot, that's chaining. Okay? It's just basically like a path. It's no different than seeing a forward slash on a web link or whatever. It's all the same. Okay? And that's it. And yeah, and right, going here, I just doing a little organization. There we go. Part of core, some more chaining. It's just so that the system, the program knows where to look. Okay, it's kind of like direction. All right, close, and we'll drag and drop one of those as well into the program. 2 more to go. Rename. I should add the other one because I actually have another one, but I don't have it in this in this program I'm working out of. Add new item. This one is a label style. I have also my own custom labels. Again, guys and gals, you can create your own labels and you can use your own font, customize it to suit your own means and purposes. Now, where did I do that wrong? I went somewhere wrong here. Hang on. Make sure you're in between the curly brackets. There we go. Okay. Clean this up, and there we go. All right, border size, you can change all that. You can have a radius for your border. Again, I'm utilizing all of, that's the reason why I created the color controls, so I could have my own custom colors for each of my buttons, labels, and so on. Okay, some attributes for the label, and so on. Okay. Last one. This is kind of all the pre-set up work. I know it's a bit, once you get all this done for yourself, right? Make sure you have it, again, I recommend just back up all your code on WordPad. Inside a project, you can save it inside just a default project, and then just kind of copy and paste it back and forth between projects. You could easily do that. Again, once you have it all created, you could reuse it from project to project. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. All right, let's do this last one. I might actually do one more, but I might add it in the future. I don't think we'll get to it today. The near future. Another class. Picture box styles. Okay, we may do some picture box stuff. We'll see. Show you how to do that as well. Now again, this is my own personal custom picture box. And there we go. Fields. Categories, these are nice. Adding the categories. And then again, you're doing the on paint, right? To create all that. Right. I know it's a bit of code there, guys and gals. I recommend you just kind of put your nose to the grindstone, work in an area where it's not so distracting, and just learn and focus and learn and focus. The more you learn, the more you do, the better you're going to understand what each line of code is. Again, each one of those is a video in itself. Okay, I want to show you guys and gals that you can do this sort of stuff, right? You have the option to create your own customization and such. Maybe something you want to do, which is great. Or you could use the default ones. Again, that's up to you. Okay. So that's done. And we're gonna go like this. We're just gonna Control Shift B. And let me show you something now. Okay, earlier I showed you the toolbox flyout. And if you look, now it should be, let's see, hang on a sec. Where are you? Ah, there you are. There we go. I just had to scroll up a little bit further. So once you create all those, they go above your all Windows forms. Okay? Remember earlier I kind of collapsed this? I could do the same thing with everything else if I wanted to. Whenever you create your own custom buttons and such, you'll see it and find it just above all Windows forms. Okay? Now, before I forget, let me add in that interaction control before I forget. Okay, so now we're going to get into the drag and drop process. Again, guys and gals, I'm doing 1 hour videos. I'll have kind of a quick break. I'm definitely going to need to make another tea. And we're going to continue and have some more fun. Let's go. All right, let's drag and drop an interaction control. And I'm just going to leave it. I mean, you could change the name of it. Again, I like my properties open, where you have all the attributes and qualities and sizes and information of each object within your project. Okay, this is an object. You can anchor them as well. So in this case, it's going to be top right. Okay, because it's on the right side and it's at the top, right? I can also customize my own back colors. It's a little bit harder to link it with, let me just show you something quickly. So if I open up my color controls, for my back color, okay? Let me just show you here quickly. So for my back color, I can actually enter RGB values, okay? Separated by commas, comma separator, just like anything. So R, comma, G, comma, B. Now, whatever RGB values you're going to use, right, is up to you. Now, I do that for a specific reason, and you'll see coming up why I do that. I guess there's no real reason for me to do that. I could do that afterwards, but there's something else that you can do. Hang on. There we go. I had to click the form to undo. Okay, I know it's there. So right now it's kind of masked. Some words. With the background of my Winforms project. It's called control. All right, so top right. What else could we do? There's no reason to change the font because we're not typing anything in it. It really doesn't even need anything. Location, you could have a specific location. In this case, mine is, I should be doing this kind of afterwards. So what I'm going to do is just move it here for now. I'll try to remember to move it later. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put something here first. And it acts like a container. So I could drag and drop it inside of it. Right? So right now I'm going to have it outside because I know on the right side here, and I'll show you in the near future what I'm planning on doing. It's kind of doing my own customization, right? And you could think of these objects as like containers as well. So I could actually drag and drop an object into another object. And said object, being the parent, would be acting as a container. Just imagine it as a cardboard box or something in your mind. All right, what else could we do? I could lock it. If I wanted to, I can lock it. And you see a little lock on it. Now, no reason for me to do that right now because I plan on moving it, right? And size 7523. And tab index is part of the tabbing system. When you tab between, buttons or text boxes or whatever. I think this is one of the things that you need to do. Myself, I'm a little bit particular. I don't want it. There's no reason to tab to it. Like, it doesn't need a tab. So I'm going to make sure that the tab stop is false. Okay? And then I just leave it at 0. And it also doesn't need any text. So I can clear that box as well. Okay? Now, I know we haven't done a lot, but I wanted to drag and drop it now before I forgot about it. It really doesn't do a lot other than it's associated with the let's see, with the code here, right? Okay, it's associated with this code. Okay, in a sense, it's a link. All right, so again, when you want a specific color and you're not really able to, like, through code, you can give properties. Like, for example, I'll show you, let's do a little bit of code right now. Now that I'm talking about that, I can utilize my color controls here for my form, okay? Like for the background. Okay, so let me show you how to do that quickly. Right, some things I like to do as well. And this is called instantiation. I'll put some notes here for you guys and gals so you know what is what. And then here I'm going to do one of these regions. I'm going to do a region. This is part of the organization of your code. You can collapse specific areas of code and such, which is nice. Region. Hashtag region constructor construction. Hang on. Constructor region. Again, as a coder, you'll know what a constructor is. I'm actually looking at one right now. And region. I'm not really here, like I teach C#, so I've already kind of talked about all that with learning C#, not C#, C++. I apologize. If you learn C++, trust me guys, any other language is going to be so kindergarten. It's kindergarten. Any other language is kindergarten compared to C++. Okay, I don't want to say C# is difficult. I mean, being nice here, it's not for everybody. Okay, if you can understand C++ language, especially with the understanding of pointers and referencing and dereferencing and objects and all that goodness, and also housekeeping, memory management. That's what I love about C++. You have to be your own housekeeper. With C# you don't, and we'll talk about that in the future, near future here. Okay, instantiation. Let's do this now. So I'm going to go private, read only, because I don't want anything changed. while the program is dynamic. Controls or running essentially. There we go. That's what I want. It should just tab. It's recommending a name already for me, so I can just tab that. And that's exactly what we want. The program knows what I want. So we're doing newing up. This is called newing up. We're creating an object. This is going to be a stack heap on the heap. Okay? Newing up. It's creating an object essentially. Objects are great because they can store more than just one generic piece of information. They can store a vast amount of information. So great. Okay, there we go. So that's my link. I need this so that I could use this in code, right? Without this line here, I won't be able to do custom colors, right? Okay, let's do another region. I like organization. I'm not super crazy into it, but I do like to be somewhat organized. Whoops. In my code, just for readability and such. And again, as you can see now, because I created a region, I could collapse and hide information. It's nice. Okay. Now on the form 1 load, that's for this. Okay, it's the method essentially for our form and design. And I want to go this. This means this object essentially. Okay, this object, this. I'm talking about this. Okay, that's what this means. You kind of learn about this in when you're doing C++. It's also obviously used in C#. Back color. Okay, so we want to change the back color. Okay, of that object, of this object. The form is an object. It's going to equal to, and we're using our object name. Okay. Again, hopefully if you understand coding, you'll understand what objects do. They can access other methods and such. Okay, I want to access all the different various colors out of my color controls. Okay, that's what it is. And what we're doing is we're using the dot separator, and it's for chaining. We're chaining essentially. We're not doing a lot of chaining, but it's kind of like, think of it like the / on a web browser link. You're just really, that's what you're doing. Okay, it's just a different syntax, Okay, so now I want to access the names, the different names that I've created for each color. That's what these are. My own custom names for my own custom colors. Okay, so inside here, I could go with anything. Again, whatever you feel like is up to you. And this is nice. This is what I love about Visual Studio. You get these nice drop down, pull downs. All I have to do is type a few characters, and then I get this nice list. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So I want disabled color, sorry if I can read, disabled control light color. That's what I want. Okay, and I'm going to tab that. Always end your syntax with a semicolon because this is a real language. Most of you'll know what I understand or I'm saying. Okay, there we go. So what we've done essentially is now we've done a line of code just to change the back color of our form. Okay, so I'm leaving all this for now. I like to have this using under this. whatever you do, make sure you don't delete things by accident. Okay, these are all your links. Thinking off the top of my head, I can't think of it. All part of your using namespaces and such. Okay, it's very important. You got to have that in order for different files to be able to communicate with each other. Okay, essentially that's what's happening. All right, let's go here. Now I'm going to run it. Right now you can see it's not going to change it here. This is our working form, kind of where we do everything, where we drag and drop everything in. So once I run it, the code itself. Now speaking of that, I could have went like this just to show you. Disable control light color. If I scroll down here, you'll see it somewhere in here. There we go. There it is. Disabled control light color. And then what it'll do is it'll run that color for the background 232, 237, and 249. It's that easy. Now, with that said, you probably want to see it now. Let's do it. Where's that hiding? Where are you? Did I delete it? There it is. I'm doing it's an AutoCAD thing. You can highlight stuff like that. Okay, I just forgot where I put it. So if you forget where something is, just do like a back highlight or a forward highlight. Okay, let's run it. Again, a lot of stuff I teach you guys, I don't think you'll normally find anywhere on any other channel. I always build before I run. Okay, and there we go. You can't really see much of a difference. I could change it. So let's change it to something else so that you could actually see a true color. So to make things easy, let's see, that's kind of a white. Let's just go with, I don't know, some kind of dark color, border dark color. Let's do that. Okay, and all I did was just, so quickly what you can do is you go over the text, just double click, and it'll highlight it, all the text for you in just a simple double click. And then Control C, and then you do the same thing when you come back. So I'm going to undo here, double click, Control V. Nice little shortcut. Build that. And let's run it again so you can see. There we go. All right. Okay. How are we doing for time? We're at that time, guys and gals. Like I said, I want to try to keep the videos to an hour. I'm going to have a break, make myself another tea, and we're going to continue on doing some more Winforms goodness. Lurker and twerker, you beautiful sandwich making workers, I appreciate you all. My name is Johnny. Obviously, I'm with Bologna&Weiners Coding. Let's go. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care for now.